Town?
Boys Town.
Boys Town, and as well as the elementary school. We went there to see their performance. That's very memorable. How they put everything they got into the performance and the smiles of the kids. That's what it's all about.
Okay, because aside from, can you please explain that, Lieutenant Eric Kema? Because aside from training with your fellow officers at the PNP, you also do some social civic work. And you said it was your wives who would put things. Could you please tell us a little bit about that?
Well, just to back up a little bit, for the very first time this year, we decided to visit some schools.
Oh, this is the first time?
The first time.
Okay.
And we ended up visiting two schools, one in Silang, Boys Town, and one in Quezon City.
Okay. Who arranged this?
Well, spur of the moment, Quezon City was arranged by the PNP.
Okay, okay.
Per our request.
All right.
And the other one through a mutual contact we met during lunch and said, you should go see Silang Cavite, Boys Town. And we said, okay. And we divided donations that we collected all year long. And as you said, the wives are very helpful in this. They went overboard buying new school supplies to donate and toys to the children on both Silang Cavite and Quezon City. And it's the very first time we've done that.
Oh, great. Okay, wonderful. And I'm overwhelmed too, because I mean, you don't expect this from police officers, I'm sorry to say. I mean, most of the time when you think about police officers, you know, they're rough, tough hombres, you know, macho guys, and now this is the soft side. These are the cops with a heart, and these are exactly, you know, I mean, it's a wonderful thing that you're doing here. Now, you guys will have to say goodbye, so I'm going to give you 1 minute. Now let's start with Officer Francis Feliciano. Baka gusto mong batiin, baka you might still have relatives and friends here, or you want to, you might want to say hi to your fellow officers in the SFPD. We'll be putting this in YouTube. So could you say something to them? You have 1 minute.
Yes, sir. I just want to thank the PNP for having us, and also Lieutenant Kema for giving me an opportunity to come back here. It's been a very, very moving experience for me, and I just want to say I'm looking forward to more of these in the future.
So will we expect you here in 2011?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, Lieutenant Despinda, 1 minute for you.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you again for having us up here
My
for this
pleasure and privilege.
interview and stuff. And I'd like to thank the Filipino people, the Filipino PNP, for their hospitality, and not only that, it's just generosity. Everywhere we go, there's smiles and waves, and it's always bringing the smiles in us. When we're driving on our buses and moving around the city, it's wonderful.
Okay, so with that, I'd like to say thank you very much, Officer Feliciano.
Thank you for having us, sir.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Despinda.
Thank you.
Now, Lieutenant Eric Kema and I will still be here, and our next guests will be from the P.E.T. BART is the acronym for the Bay Area Rapid Transit Police Department. And we're going to have Officer Cliff Valdewesa and Officer Sean O'Connor. Si Cliff Valdewesa, mistisong Pilipino ba ito? Filipino all the way?
Chinese Filipino.
Chinese Filipino.
Yes.
Ikaw, Filipino parehong magulang mo?
Full-blooded po.
Full-blooded. All right. So maraming salamat sa inyo. Thank you very much. We'll be back with Officer Valdewesa and Officer O'Connor of the P.E.T. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Open House with Gerry Cornejo. Ang topic po natin gabi is P.E.T. P.E.T, Philippine Exchange Training Program. And this is an interactive training program between the San Francisco Police Department and the Philippine National Police. Now, other departments have gotten into the picture for the very first time. And, earlier we had Lieutenant Luis Espinda and Officer Francis Feliciano. And to introduce our guest officers is the group leader, Lieutenant Eric Kema. Lieutenant Eric, could you please introduce these fine officers in front of us?
These two officers represent the BART Police Department, which stands for the Bay Area Rapid Transit Police Department. They handle mostly like LRT functions in a system that spreads across the Bay Area. Seated to my left here is Officer Sean O'Connor,
Sean, welcome.
Thank you, Gerry.
Okay.
and to his left is Officer Cliff Valdewesa.
Cliff, welcome.
Thank you, Gerry.
All right. So, gentlemen, let me ask you, how has it been? I mean, this is your first time in Manila? Or,
This is my sixth trip to the Philippines.
Okay.
So sixth trip to Manila. Yes.
okay. And so, 6 times with a pet?
Oh, no, this is the very first time.
Your very first time
First
with pet?
time with the pet program.
Okay, so the 5 other times?
Was just vacationing
social
with, visiting my family.
Okay. And by the way, si Officer Sean is married to a Filipina.
That's correct.
Okay, but before we get into official thing, you want to say hello to the missus?
Sure. Diane, I know you're out there. Love you. Thank you for your support.
Okay, there you go. Now, what exactly do you do for the Bay Area Rapid Transit Police Department, the BART PD?
For BART PD, I'm currently assigned to patrol. I work on our Oakland stations, which is our headquarters out in the San Francisco Bay Area. I've worked undercover plainclothes. I've worked currently as an evidence technician. I'm also a terrorism liaison officer and a tactical team member, which deals with crowd control and rights of such.
Okay, and Lieutenant Kema, you said is partly Filipino. How does that work out, Officer O'Connor?
Being part Filipino?
Yeah.
My mother was born in Bohol.
Ah,
And
alright.
that helps me because I've always been surrounded by the culture and the food and just the daily living. So being out here in the Philippines, it's kind of like nothing new to me. I feel
Okay.
I feel at home here in the Philippines.
All right, that's great. And before we go to Officer Cliff, what has been your experience with the PET program so far?
With PET, it's definitely something that is kind of I think it's groundbreaking right now. I think that every country, every agency should get involved with programs similar to this. It builds camaraderie within nations, and it's good for learning from each other.
Okay,
So-
later on I'll ask you something about that. But now we go to Officer Cliff Valdewesa. From his family name, Valdewesa, Filipino yung family. I mean, it's a Filipino family name, Valdewesa. Your father is Filipino?
Yes, he is.
Okay, and your mother is?
She's half Filipino
Okay.
and half Chinese.
So Asian ito. By the way, San Francisco is an Asian city. I think there are more Asians in San Francisco than any other mix, any other race, right?
I could say.
Yeah, I mean, at home way, if we go to San Francisco, every block will have a Filipino. Okay, so anyway, Officer Valdewesa, what do you do for BART? How long have you been with the BART PD?
Okay. I am currently out on patrol. I am a field training officer with the BART Police Department. I am, basically, like I said, I was a patrol officer. I've been with BART for about 3 years, going on 4 years now, actually. And I'm on the tactical team for BART. I'm also a terrorism liaison officer for BART, and hopefully soon to be one of the honor guards for BART.
Okay, honor guards. What does an honor guard do for BART?
An honor guard is a representative for BART during funerals.
Ah, okay.
or-
Okay, you're the guys in gala uniform and carrying the BART flag, if there's such a thing, a BART PD. No.
Not so much,
Okay, ding
so much a
dong.
flag.
All right. Okay.
but we dress a little bit different. We actually have an epaulet on our uniforms, and we're trying to change our uniforms to actually be a little bit more different with a campaign hat versus just a regular
All right.
police cap.
So are you partners, by the way? Are you partners or?
Currently, we're working on the same team.
Okay,
So
but
we have,
isn't there a, di ba, parang sa mga pulis, like Luis, Lieutenant Espinda is your partner? So you're not, I mean, you don't work as a tandem?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, at BART, we actually, for the most part, we work solo.
Oh, okay. Now, when you say you do patrol work, what exactly is it? I mean, you look out for the bad guys in the BART, or any criminal activity going on, that sort of thing?
Correct. Anything on the BART system, throughout the BART system, we patrol. Even the parking lots, anywhere in a BART station. We also have parking lots that are not in the BART stations that are on city properties that we still have to patrol.
Did you choose this or were you assigned there?
I chose